Well, it's the top of the hour and leading us into the afternoon, a breakdown of the proposed amendment aimed at expanding the use of medical marijuana. If approved, the amendment would unlock new regulations. For starters, it would allow more health professionals to issue medical marijuana access cards. The proposal also aims to add more conditions to the list of what qualifies a person to receive access. It could also legalize marijuana if done so at the federal level. Now, the clock is ticking as we still wait to learn the amendment's fate. Early voting is just days away as the state Supreme Court decides on how to move forward. In the meantime, the group Family Council Action Committee is meeting right now to speak against the amendment. Meanwhile, VP Harris and former President Trump are doing what they can to close the margin of victory between the two. Natalie Brand takes you on the campaign trail for a look at today's agenda.
Former President Donald Trump courted women voters in an all-female Fox News town hall Tuesday in the battleground state of Georgia.
Law enforcement's with me 100%, and we have to keep our community safe.
At a rally outside Atlanta last night, Trump urged his supporters to turn out. Georgia shattered records on the state's first day of early voting with more than 328,000 ballots cast.
So if you have a ballot, return it immediately. If not, go tomorrow as soon as you can. Go to the polls and vote.
Trump is making an appeal to Latino voters at a town hall in Florida today. With less than 3 weeks until Election Day, both candidates are going after key voting blocks.
We will win. We will win. And thank you both. But it's going to be hard work, though.
Vice President Kamala Harris focused on black voters, especially men, in Michigan Tuesday.
Ours is a campaign that is about fuel from the power of the people.
Some community leaders say her campaign still has work to do.
We have tens of thousands of people that do not intend to vote and don't give a damn about Kamala, Trump, or anyone else because they don't see how this campaign, this candidacy makes one bit of difference in their lives.
Today, Harris presses her case with Republican voters who aren't sold on Trump. She's rallying in a key swing county in Pennsylvania with former GOP lawmakers. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Out there this afternoon, we've got beautiful blue sky seen here from the camera on top of the Simmons Bank building, and it's unseasonably cool for this time of year. It was chilly this morning, though. If you walked outside early this morning, you were looking for a coat or a sweater at least. We start off the day in the 20s in Fayetteville. 34 was the low in Russellville, 41 here in the capital city, and 39 into Camden. Temperatures have rebounded somewhat, but it's still a little cool out there if you're going to be out and about. It's 57 in Clinton, 59 in Little Rock, 61 in Arkadelphia. Temperatures today warming up into the mid-60s for highs. Then they come crashing down tonight with clear skies in place. The winds go light to calm, and that's why we do have a frost advisory in effect for pretty much all of central Arkansas. The only areas not included are East Arkansas and South Arkansas. The reason behind this frost advisory is because temperatures will plunge well into the 30s, maybe close to freezing. Mena, Arkadelphia, Russellville, Searcy. So that means if you have any tender vegetation, you want to bring that in or cover it up. I'll let you know how long this cold snap will be sticking around coming up.
Are you law enforcement or anything?
I'm Chief Deputy of Perry County.
Chief Deputy of Perry County?
That's the sheriff, wouldn't it?
Okay, all right.
Well, the video you just saw and listened to was released just last night, showing the moments leading up to the arrest of the now former Chief Deputy of Perry County. Over the weekend, Morrilton police arrested Edwin Johnson while he was off duty after reports indicate he was driving recklessly. Police also confirmed that Perry County Sheriff Ricky Don Jones was also in the car. We learned Johnson has resigned and received a DWI citation. Also developing this afternoon, the woman on your screen will serve life in prison after the kidnapping death of Ashley Bush and her unborn child. Amber Waterman went before a federal judge yesterday in Missouri after pleading guilty. With Amber now sentenced, lawyers in Benton County are ready to move forward with their own charges.
We issued a warrant almost immediately, filed criminal information charging her with 2 counts of murder almost immediately. It has been a big case, but it's been a big case that's been sort of lingering in the background. We've been wanting to get going on it and have never been given the opportunity.
Amber Waterman could face the death penalty if that goes to trial. As for her husband, we'll know his sentence at a later date. Happening as we speak, students in Pine Bluff are joining thousands around the country pledging to take action against gun violence. It's part of the Day of National Concern, where each year students nationwide pledge to avoid using violence as an answer. Our team is in Pine Bluff right now, where multiple schools are taking part in the initiative. We're working to get you new sound and video from that event, and it will be available to you tonight at 5 and 6. Well, money talks, and to make sure Arkansas has what it needs, state leaders are actively working to finalize the budget for next year. Our team learned that members of the peer subcommittee are looking over budget standings and multiple agency requests that put school safety at the top of the conversation as senators question the education department over plans to keep our campuses secure.
What members want to know is how many of those districts are at what's called stage 1, 2, or 3, with 3 being the highest, the most secure. And so you were hearing questions from members of the agency that weren't necessarily critical.
Moving forward, the subcommittee will consider legislative recommendations to start drafting a bill that will fund the next fiscal session. Meanwhile, another hefty deposit will soon be in UA Little Rock's back pocket. Just hours ago, we learned the university is being awarded over $560,000 in grants for expanding its cybersecurity programs. The money could help with hands-on training and teaching skills that address security challenges in the digital age. A statement was sent into our newsroom about the program. Associative Professor Dr. Philip Huff points toward these types of initiatives being crucial for connecting with grad school students during a, quote, pivotal time when many lose interest in the STEM fields. Keeping money in mind, it's the time of year where millions are reviewing healthcare coverage. Jill Schlesinger has advice for open enrollment.
It's open enrollment season, and small changes to your plan could save money. Start by creating a list of your doctors and prescriptions and determine whether they are still covered under your current plan. If your company offers it, investigate a high deductible health plan, which in exchange for that higher deductible offers lower premiums. To save for the larger deductible, the plan is paired with a triple tax advantage health savings account, meaning that the money that you contribute into the account goes in pre-tax. The earnings grow without taxes, and when you pull the money out, there's no tax due. If you leave your job, you can take your HSA with you and even use it decades in the future. If you're 65 or older, Medicare open enrollment is also underway through December 7th, and there are big changes for next year. The most important one impacts those who have Part D. That's the prescription drug plan. In 2025, out-of-pocket costs for medications will be capped at $2,000. But be aware, there could be increases in other parts of coverage, like copayments and deductibles. Additionally, there will be fewer choices for standalone drug plans. Go to Medicare.gov to see whether your prescriptions are included in a plan and how much they're likely to cost. In New York, I'm CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Well, NFL legend Tom Brady is putting down the cleats to step into new shoes. Just ahead, we have more on his latest venture move involving ownership of the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it's only Wednesday, but I got to show you this weekend forecast. We're going to heat things up. Temperatures will be back above average. Nighttime lows also getting a little bit better, back into the mid to upper 40s. But what you don't see is rain. I'll let you know if there's any rain over the next 11 days coming up.